Time now for Street View at Lunch, and joining us live on the show is Ashu Madan, CEO of Religare Securities. Ashu, afternoon. Thanks for joining us. What's your view on the market in the medium term? Have you suddenly turned bearish on account of a lackluster budget and lack of clarity in the RBI's next move as far as rate cut is concerned?
See, I want to break this into parts, because bearish only because all said and done, even if everybody talks about the fact that there was a low expectation from the budget, but in the heart of the hearts, if you ask people, and particularly the people who are associated with the stock market, somewhere they are always bullish. There is an expectation built on with the budget. And if you look at just after the budget, if you were hearing, I mean, at your channel or every other channel, the people who came onto the channel were very satisfied with the budget, and they were talking about that the budget has turned out to be very good. So I think for some short time we got into an overbought situation, and obviously there was some kind of expectation built onto those positions, and which have been corrected. The post correction of the budget, I think most of them would be out or gradually would be out. So I feel that 52-5300 should be 52-53 should be the bottom formation, and at those levels one should initiate long position. And I think initiating long position at those levels, the risk reward is in favor of buyer. So I am not too bearish post budget. Only for the short time I was bearish because of that overbought syndromes, or probably somebody getting into complacency mode, hearing people that the budget is I mean, this is one of the best budgets a finance minister could give. But obviously analyzing the budget for a medium term and for a very short term, there are two different baskets altogether. So I think that the first basket I was bearish, but second basket I think that the market will take a breather and might get into a consolidation zone. But I think still market is buyer dips, and stock specific action will continue. So one has to not get swayed away by this budget and go short at the lower levels, or probably don't get into the buying mode. So I think that intermittent corrections will continue, but the risk reward is still in favor of buying at lower levels.
Ashu, hi, afternoon. I don't know if you've got a chance, but the latest CAG report which has come out, and it slammed the government for not auctioning coal blocks. How badly could names like a JSPL, Tata Steel, or as well as Adani be dented according to this?
I think that is visible in the price pattern also. So it is not very encouraging. Obviously, it is only the extent of that how bad you want to feel it, or how bad you want to look at it. Obviously, as I said, that it will not affect the overall market, but yes, a particular quarter and particular few stocks could be affected. But we have to wait. And any sector or any stock particularly gets into the under the scanner of government action, or directly affected by the policies, I mean, it is very difficult to take trading positions or those positions. So normally, I am a fence watcher in these kind of stocks, which is out of my control or purview, and which are beyond fundamentals.
Ashu, what would be a call on banking stocks? Some of the big ones have seen a massive correction in the last 10 odd days. You know, the ones like SBI, HDFC, they've seen quite a fair amount of correction. Do you see value at these levels?
Yes, certainly. I think most of them have become again tempting buys, because if I say that risk reward is in favor of buyers at 52-5300 or every day, I think bank nifty or banking stocks are most of them are such that I would like to go long. And I think that is one sector. Questioning myself that if I feel that 52-5300 is a band, and I feel that there could be more upside and the risk reward is in favor of buyer, which particular two sectors or the stocks? So I think banking is clearly one of the sectors which I'll go in to buy.
Ashu, the rupee is back at 2-week or rather 2-month lows. Does it mean by any way that you are going to see near-term price action for IT majors, and they would gain indeed?
See, there could be, obviously, and also at a macro level, it defies the logic. On one hand, we are witnessing continuous FIs flows, but at the same time, the rupee is going to a different direction altogether, which has never happened in the past. So it defies some logic that what exactly. So I mean, or maybe we are unable to read between the lines, or something. Somewhere something is trying to tell you. So I think that has to be watched. See, important is that even if it is going up, I mean, the dollar is becoming stronger and stronger, which is visible that the money is coming out of bullions. If you look the way we are bearish on gold and silver, we feel that bond prices, looking at the bond prices, the yields, that money is coming out of the bonds and going into the dollar. So if it is on account of that effect, that it could be sustainable, and then hence IT companies would be benefit. But if it is a short-term phenomena, speculation or something else, I don't think so, there will be too much of reaction. In any case, at times when we rave about those companies that their treasury have hedged and everything, they will not get butchered by this. So there would be no excitement also to that extent if the dollar is getting strong. So I think all in all, not too excited, just watching and let's see how things pan out to be in near future.
Asha, two indicators, and what really according to you is the market pricing. A, the expectation from the April central bank policy and whether or not the market is pricing in a rate cut or even before that for that matter. And B, on the fuel price hike which has been long awaited by the market.
I think sooner or later it will happen. The best thing about the rate cut is that this is something positive, which is positive sword which is hanging on me, that whether it will come or when will it come. But sometime sooner or later it is going to happen. But as long as it is not happening, it is giving you a hope, and because of that hope, you might get into an overbought situation at times because people get complacent about, swayed about that particular thing, and you might see some correction. But end of the day, it is not something negative which if it happens will go down. Till the time it is not happening, uncertainty obviously is damaging for the market, but this is a positive uncertainty. So I think we have to start living with it. You may not be able to time it, but just the expectation also will, just the sheer expectation will keep us going.
Fuel pricing, Ashu, in this country is a clear joke. After having deregulated petrol pricing, now we have OMCs actually making a case for regulating them because, in effect, they have no freedom to price petrol prices. Given this uncertainty and this overhang as far as fuel pricing is concerned, would you advise investors to just stay away from a stock like an IOC and a BPCL?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been on record since last many years. I mean, these only offer you opportunities whenever there is a buzz in the market or the spike is because of the fuel price hike or what the government action will be. Other than trading, I think I've always been academically watching these stocks, because end of the day, if you get into a trading mode and something just a while back I mentioned, anything which reacts to every statement of the government, every action, and every time the statement, every week it could be a different statement. I mean, that kind of a volatility which is out of your purview of any technical and fundamental, it is very difficult to trade those stocks. So I mean, as a discipline, I always watch these stocks out of, as an outside, and just watch them academically, instead of getting into too much into them. Or probably just trade during the time when I feel that, for a very short term, there could be a spike because of the expectation of a hike and actual hike coming. Other than that, it's very difficult.